In the last class, we had discussed environment definition and organismic level ecology. Organism and environment title, in that title we have discussed about the organismic level ecology as well as environment. In that environment we discussed only definition of environment. Now how the environment is going to be changing and how the different kinds of seasons are forming in the environment, and as well as how the biomes will form in the environment and how the habitats are forming in the environment, what are the niche as forming over in the environment, we will discuss clearly in this session. Now we are starting with that. Factors affecting on environment. These factors lead to the formation of different kinds of the biomes as well as different kinds of the habitats and different kinds of the niches. Clear? Now we will discuss factors affecting our environment. In that we will discuss clearly. In the childhood we know very well how the different kinds of seasons were forming and how the how the earth is revolving around the sun. In 365 days it takes to revolve the earth around the sun, as well as how the sunshine and sunset and how the earth is rotating on its own axis. We know very well. In the childhood we discussed. Now once again we will glance it and how the different kinds of biomes are forming in this concept. That is our main concept, is what are the biomes, how it is forming, what are the habitats, how it is forming. That is our main concept in this lesson that we will discuss clearly. I will try to give you proper idea about the different biomes and habitats now. Clear? Now we can start. Revolution of earth around the sun and rotation of earth around on its own axis. What is the meaning of this revolution and rotation? Here I told you that revolution of earth around the sun. It means, for example, if you take here orbit, okay, earth orbit, if you take here, this is the orbit, for example, elliptical orbit. Clear? Now if you take up here two dots, here if you take sun. Okay, now sun, if you take sun here, consider it sun. Now here earth is going to be rotating. This is the earth. This is the earth. Okay, this earth is rotating anti-clockwise direction, around the sun. This is, we can call it as revolution. The earth is revolved around the sun. The earth is not rotating around the sun. It is revolving around the sun. For revolution of earth, it needs revolution of earth, it takes 365 days. It means 1 year. One revolution of earth to complete, it takes around 365 days time. That is, we can consider it as 1 year. Clear? Now earth having one axis, earth having its own axis. For example, this is the earth axis. This axis generally 90 degrees angle. But while rotating earth on its own axis, at that time, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes these earth angle, suppose if you take earth here, this is the angle of earth. That is, the angle is 90 degrees. These 90 degrees revolving time, the 90 degrees angle is there. While revolving, sometimes along with the revolution, it also rotates on its own axis. While rotating, sometimes what happens? This angle just 25.3 degrees, 25.3 degrees, 23.5 degrees, it tilts its axis, tilting. Tilting means bending. Due to this bending, what happens? Different seasons are forming in the nature. Different seasons are forming in the environment. Now we can see that one more time. I will tell you that Earth is revolving around the Sun. It needs around 365 days, around 1 year. And for rotation of Earth in its own axis, it takes 24 hours. 24 hours. 24 hours means one day. While revolving, along with the revolution, the Earth rotates on its own axis. While rotating, sometimes tilt may occurs or cause in the axis of the Earth. Due to this tilt, what happens? Different seasons are forming. See that here. Tilt at an angle 23.5 degrees in the Earth axis. It causes annual variations. Annual variations means seasons. Variations means annually, yearly, the variations will take place in the intensity and duration of temperature. Intensity and duration of temperature. Now we can see that intensity and duration of temperature, which results into a different seasons. One more time I will tell you that. First we can see revolution of Earth around the Sun, as well as rotation of Earth around on its own axis at 90 degrees. But sometimes this 90 degrees angle of Earth is tilting. It causes the variations in intensity and as well as duration of temperature. Finally, which results into a different or distinct seasons. Are you getting clear? All members are understanding? Right. Now you can see here I told you that during in revolution and rotation of Earth, the Earth angle is little bit bending. Bending means tilting. That angle is 23.5 degrees are tilting. Due to this tilt, variations are happening in the intensity and duration of temperature. It leads to a formation of different seasons. Sometimes they may ask the question, how does the different seasons are forming in the environment? The reason is due to revolution and rotation of Earth. While revolving and rotating Earth, it sometimes causes the tilt in the Earth axis. Due to this tilt, causing of variations in intensity as well as duration of temperature, it leads to a formation of different seasons. Clear? Now we can see here. Next one, annual variations, year-wise variations of temperature, as well as along with this temperature, annual variations in precipitation. What is meaning of precipitation? Precipitation means nothing but rain and snow. Precipitation means not only the rain, along with the snow. Precipitation, variations are changes in the precipitation as well as changes in the temperature annually. It leads to a formation of major biomes. Okay, major biomes such as desert, grassland, tropical forest, temperate forest, taiga or coniferous forest, tundra, that is Arctic tundra as well as alpine tundra. We know very well the definition of biome. It is a large area which consists of a variety of plants as well as the animals along with a specific environmental conditions. Clear? How these biomes are forming or generated? Because the variations are happening in the intensity and duration of temperature annually, as well as along with this temperature changes are happening even in the precipitation. These two together, it results a different kinds of biomes. Mainly we are discussing many biomes are there, but specially the major biomes we are discussing in this lesson is, that is only the given in our chapter, 6 types of the biomes. 6 type of the biomes. Okay, that is desert biome, grassland biome, tropical forest biome, temperate forest biome, taiga biome or coniferous forest biome, tundra biome, that is maybe Arctic tundra biome or else alpine tundra biomes. Now, to get an idea about these different types of the biomes, we'll see now, we'll get an idea. First we are learning about the little discussion we'll take on the earth. Okay, we'll get an idea about this, then we can move for the separately about the discussion of biomes. Okay, in our, as per our NCERT textbook. First you can see the globe. Okay, now we can see here, this is the globe or else earth we can say. This earth, the center axis or line, we are call it as equator line. Equator line. This equator line, the middle line present in the earth, equator line. Here the angle is, the latitude is 0 degrees. 0 degrees latitude. Now we can see here, this is the south pole, this is the north pole. The pole angle is, the latitude is 90 degrees latitude presented at the both the poles. Now if you take up here, away from this equator line, away from 20 degrees or around 23.5 they given, 23.5 here, 23.5 here, they given in our textbooks, many books. Here if you see 23 degrees, 23.5 degrees away from the equator line, whether it is towards the north pole or whether it is towards the south pole, this area we are consider it as tropical area. Tropical area. This area we are considered as tropical area. Okay, for this area, sunlight is falling perpendicular onto this tropical areas, so that in this area we are observing more temperature than compared to the remaining areas. Now if we move little away from around one more 20 degrees latitude, if we move, we'll get the subtropical areas. Here the temperature little bit less than compared to the tropical areas. Okay, tropical areas. Then if we move little away from the subtropical area, whether it is in north side or south side, I am explaining about only south side, but whether if we move in the north side also, we will get the same regions. Then if we move little away from the subtropical area, we will get the temperate area. Then, and below the temperate area, this is subpolar area. Okay, then finally this region we are call it as tundra region or polar region. Here this area we are call it as alpine tundra. This area we are considered as Arctic tundra. Tundra means nothing but the polar region. Now you can see where the different types of the biomes are located. We know very well, in the region of tropical area, tropical forest biome is presented. Tropical forest biome is located. Tropical forest biome will receive the more temperature than compared to the remaining biomes, remaining biomes. In tropical region as well as subtropical region completely covered with a tropical forest biome. Tropical forest biome. Now, in the temperate region, we are observing temperate biome. Here we are seeing temperate biome. Here you can see in the temperate region, we are getting temperate biome. Here we are observing temperate biome. Next, little away if we move from the temperate area, we are getting that area subpolar region. Here we are observing coniferous biome. Coniferous biome. Why they are called, this name is coniferous biome? The reason is here cone forming trees are presented like pine trees. We have seen in the case of the coniferous biomes, that is there in the region of subpolar region. Completely if we move towards the pole, whether it is in south or north pole, we will get the tundra biomes. Tundra biomes. Whether it is in south pole means we are called that biome is alpine tundra biomes. If you move to the north means we are called this one is a arctic tundra biome. Clear? This is the one idea about the different type of biomes which are given in our syllabus. Now I will tell you the simple trick to remember these 6 type of the biomes. That is, we can take here DZT 4. DZT 4. DZT 4 means D means nothing but desert, G means nothing but grassland biome, and T4. T4 means 4 times you can write here T. Okay, 1 T, 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 T. Now, what is the meaning of these 4 T's? 4 T's, 4 biomes. First T is tropical forest biome. Second T is temperate forest biome. Third T is taiga biome. Fourth T is tundra biome. Clear? Now we are getting an idea. Simple trick it is to remember 6 types of the biomes in sequence way. In sequence we are remembering here, not in the order manner. In the order manner we are learning remembering different type of 6 biomes here. Now we will move to the chart which is given in our NCERT book, which is mentioned in our NCERT book, which is given in our NCERT book about the biomes. We will discuss clearly this thing now. Right? Right. Now you can see here, if you take the graph here, on y-axis we have taken mean annual temperature. Mean annual temperature from minus 15 degrees to until 30 degrees centigrade temperature we have taken on the y-axis. That is the mean annual temperature. Nothing but annual means yearly average temperature. Average temperature we have taken on the y-axis. Similarly, we have taken mean annual precipitation on the x-axis. On the x-axis. Clear? Now, these variations in the mean annual temperature variation, mean annual precipitation variations leads to the formation of different biomes. I told you clearly. Now, here they given different types of the biomes. First biome, if you take up here, this name is desert biome. Desert biome. Name of the second one is grassland biome. Grassland biome. Third one is tropical forest. Tropical forest. Fourth one is temperate biome. Temperate forest or temperate biome we can take. Temperate forest. Now, fourth one is coniferous forest. Coniferous forest. Coniferous forest. And sixth one is, this is tundra. This is tundra. Whether it is maybe a arctic tundra or alpine tundra. Now we can see these the 6 types of the biomes which are given in our NCERT book. Here we will get the NEET questions. Many times they ask the question, they will give these diagrams in our question paper, but they will ask that, for example, they will remove this name forest, they will remove here the empty diagram they will give, they will ask the labelings. A they will give here. What is the A indicates in this biome, they will ask. This is the biome indicates that tropical, name of the biome they will ask, that is the tropical forest biome. Tropical forest biome. Okay, like that the questions may arise from this concept. As well as sometimes they will ask that what is the mean annual temperature of the tropical forest biome. Sometimes they may ask that what is the mean annual precipitation of the tropical biomes. They may ask the different ways, the chances are there to get the questions from this. That's what we'll discuss one by one. Okay, this is the graph. First one is the desert biome, second one is the grassland biome, third one is the temperate, third one is the tropical biome, fourth one is the temperate biome, fifth one is the coniferous biome, sixth one is the tundra biome. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one and sixth one. These the 6 types of the major biomes are given in our textbook. Now we can see here one table is there here. This one is name of the biome as well as the mean annual temperature of each biome and mean annual precipitation of the each biomes list given. We'll explain one by one clearly. First one, if you take desert biome, the mean annual temperature of desert biome is starting from 5 degrees to 20 degrees centigrade. 20 degrees centigrade, that is the mean annual temperature of the desert. And mean annual temperature precipitation of the desert biome is 10 centimeters to 50 centimeters. 10 centimeters to 50 centimeters. This is the mean annual precipitation of the desert biome. Like as second one, grassland biome, the mean annual temperature of the grassland biome is 0 degrees to 25 degrees centigrade. Like as mean annual precipitation of the grassland biome is 25 centimeters to 100 centimeters. 25 centimeters to 100 centimeters. Next one, at the same time, tropical rainforest. Mean annual temperature of tropical rainforest is 18 degrees to 25 degrees centigrade temperature. 25 degrees centigrade temperature. And mean annual precipitation of the tropical rainforest biome is 150 degrees to 150 centimeters to 400 centimeters. Okay, this is the highest rainfall containing biome. Highest rainfall containing biome. Many times they are asked this one. And as well as if you see temperate, next one, temperate biome. Temperate biome, mean annual temperature, mean annual precipitation. Mean annual temperature of the temperate biome is 10 degrees centigrade to 22 degrees centigrade temperature is there. As well as mean annual precipitation is 60 centimeters to 220 centimeters. 220 centimeters. This is the rainfall and snowfall along with that. And next one, fifth one, coniferous forest biome. Coniferous forest biome, mean annual temperature is minus 1 degrees centigrade to 13 degrees centigrade. 13 degrees Celsius. Okay, now this is about the mean annual temperature of coniferous biome. Along with this, mean annual precipitation of the coniferous biome is 50 centimeters is starting and finally 250 centimeters rainfall. Okay, this is also they asked in the NEET. What is the annual precipitation of the coniferous biome? Coniferous biome. Lastly, tundra. tundra, whether it is alpine tundra or arctic tundra, it contains minus 11 degrees centigrade temperature to 1 degrees Celsius temperature, and mean annual precipitation is 10 to 110 centimeters. 110 centimeters. How we are remembering, sir? These all are confusing. How we can remember it? How many times you have to practice to remember it? This means don't remember like this. First of all, you can look at this diagram and take your pencil and underline. I will tell you that trick to draw the lines and find out these ranges of temperatures as well as the precipitations. First, if you take out here, if you take the desert, okay, this red line indicates, this red line, whatever the red line you have drawn here, no, this line is tells us approximately, not the exact accurate values, approximately 10 centimeters rainfall, and average we are taking, no, that's what we have to draw one more line here, 10 to, here you can see that 10 to 50 means we have to draw one more line here. Now you can see the mean annual precipitation of the desert biome is starting with a, here one line we are drawing, starting one line, then biome is starting here, that's what we are drawn the line here, okay, and last starting point, ending point. Starting point we are drawn the line, that is 10 centimeters, and ending point, if you take the line here, you will get the 50 centimeters. That's what we are given here. Here 10 centimeters to 50 centimeters rainfall is there in the desert biome. Like as all the biomes, we have to draw the lines for the precipitation I shown here. For the desert, precipitation is shown. Like as temperature also even, we have to draw starting of the desert biome here line, that is around 5 degrees, starting with a 5 degrees centigrade temperature, okay, and ending of the desert biome, if you see here, this is 20 degrees centigrade temperature. Now we can see 5 degrees centigrade temperature to 20 degrees centigrade temperature is mean annual temperature of the desert. I told you that clearly. One more time I will tell you that you have to draw one line here and one more line here with the pencil. We will get it that first line is showing that 5 degrees centigrade temperature, second line is showing that 20 degrees centigrade temperature. This is about the mean annual temperature of the desert biome. Like as precipitation means this, on x-axis we are taking precipitation, no, on y-axis we are taking temperature. The lines we draw on the y-axis, that is indicates the temperature. The lines which are drawing on the x-axis, that is indicates the precipitation. Now one line is here, starting line, ending line is here. These two lines are indicating the, one is starting with the 10 centimeters, ending with the 50 centimeters. We have to take these two as a average rainfall of the desert, that is nothing but 10 centimeters to 50 centimeters rainfall is there in the desert. Okay, these are the major biomes listed in our NCERT book. This is worldwide biomes. These are the major biomes in the worldwide. Like as in our India, especially in our India, majorly 4 biomes are there. Those are, one is tropical rainforest biome, second one is deciduous forest biome, and third one is desert biome, fourth one is the sea coast biome. These 4 are the major biomes mentioned in our India. These are all 6 is belonging to the worldwide, and these 4 are specially present in the India. Clear? Are you getting idea about these biomes? These are about the this concept is completely about the biomes. I hope that you will getting clarity about these biomes. How many minutes?